In the year 1878, Thomas Edison was this 31-year-old inventor. He had invented an improvement for the telegraph system, and he had invented the phonograph record, which was a remarkable thing, how to record the voice. So he was beginning to have a name for himself. And he had created this thing called Menlo Park in New Jersey. It was like the first industrial park where they were going to create their inventions in. He gave an interview to the New York Sun in which he said, "I am on the verge of perfecting the incandescent light bulb." Now, this was an amazing thing to say, because at the time, the only electric light that existed in the world was something called the arc light, which was way too bright to use in the home. It was used outdoors, and it required a lot of energy. So he was perfecting the incandescent light bulb to use in the house. And then he said, within 5 years, I am going to light the entire city of New York with electric light. Well, this created an incredible stir. The manufacturers, the presidents, the investors of gas companies started to panic. They had a monopoly on lighting in American homes, the infamous gas light, right? And it was a very corrupt monopoly with control of the prices, etc. And slowly their stock price started going down, 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 and money started flowing in to Thomas Edison, because to be able to light the entire country with this light bulb, the profits were just astronomical. You couldn't even imagine it. So Edison returned to Menlo Park, and his team of people looked at him strangely and said, "Mr. Edison, what were you talking about? We're not anywhere near perfecting the incandescent light bulb. And to light the city of New York, I mean, that's a dream, that's impossible." And he said, "Well, gentlemen, I made that promise. We don't want to embarrass ourselves. We better get to work." Okay? So with all of this money that had flowed into him, he now could pay for the best scientists and technicians out there. Because Thomas Edison was not a mechanical genius. He was a genius in using other people's ideas, right? So he bought the best minds who were actually the ones who were working on the incandescent light bulb. And within 2 years, he did actually create the perfect light bulb. And he did this thing where he lit Menlo Park with this light. It's hard for you to imagine because you're so used to electric light, but to see that soft light lighting a whole building, people came from far and wide in New Jersey, and they were astounded. My God, how beautiful. More money started flowing in. With that money, he built an electric station in downtown Manhattan, Pearl Street, right? And he lit that again with electric light. And people in Manhattan were going, "Whoa, this is amazing, so beautiful." More money flowed in. And finally, within 5 years, he did actually create a system that lit the entire city of New York. Now, think about this story for a moment. If Thomas Edison had been honest, if he had said, "I'm interested in the incandescent light bulb, and I'm working on it," okay? Nobody would have paid attention. No money would have come in. He wouldn't have been able to do it. The whole history of electric light would have been changed. But he did this bold thing where he made this pronouncement. And this is the power of boldness, a power that I want all of you to internalize and realize and try and bring into your life. You see, there's not a lot of things you can control in life. Circumstances happen that you have no control over, obstacles, etc. But doing boldness is a way of creating your own circumstances, like he created. So he makes that bold pronouncement, money flows in, he gets attention, money flows in. He's able to actually realize the project that he had. He literally created his own circumstances, his own power. That is what boldness brings you. So what are bold acts in this world? Well, one of them is to act before you are ready, which Thomas Edison did. Now, it wasn't that he promised to light the entire world. That would be impossible. But to light the city of New York, man, that was an incredible challenge, but it was doable. But he didn't wait Like many of you might be thinking of starting a business and you go, I'm not ready for it. I need to go back to business school. I need more money. No, you go into it, you enter action before you are ready. It's a bold act that you play on your own brain. Because what happens when you do something like that is you energize yourself. You have to now, you don't want to embarrass yourself. You committed to this thing, you committed to this business, to this idea, and you have to prove yourself. And when you do this, the main power of boldness is it demonstrates to other people that you have confidence in yourself. And confidence is like a drug. It infects other people. They think, there must be something real behind this guy's confidence, right? You mean something, and it gives you that power and that attention. Another kind of bold act is to do something that you've never done before, to go in a different direction, to take your business, whatever, and do something completely different, and surprise not only yourself, but surprise the people around you. Boldness is in negotiations. You may be only worth $1 million, I'm just throwing that number out, and you ask for $2 million. And then you probably get like $1.5 million. But by asking for more, people think you're worth more, and you end up getting more. You create your own circumstances. Boldness is not being afraid to be different, to be weird, to be unconventional.